My mind's playing tricks on me. Why won't it let me be?
It's Self-Helpless with Kelsey Cook, Delaney Fisher, and Taylor Tomlinson.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Self-Helpless podcast. I'm Kelsey Cook.
I'm Taylor Tomlinson.
I'm Delaney Fisher.
And we've got two exciting things to say. Number one, we have officially joined the All Things Comedy Network.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah, which is why we sound a little bit more formal today because we're recording on much nicer equipment.
So nice.
Yeah, so this is it. This is like the new digs, guys. It's gonna sound better.
Yeah.
It's gonna look better. We've got
Got a
great
video now.
And our second exciting announcement is that we are joined today by the amazing Jared Freid.
Woo!
Yeah,
Bam, 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 bam.
comedian.
It's such a pleasure to be here.
Oh, you and your breves.
Totes preach.
Totes preach.
Listen, it's such an honor to be your first guest in the new ATC studios.
Just
It
breaking
really
it
feels
in with
good.
us.
I'm happy to be here with you.
Oh, we're happy to
thank you.
have you.
Yeah,
You're in
yes.
town from New York, filming something for Snapchat. Maybe you've heard of it.
Snappies. Hanging out, enjoying the weather, and enjoying, seeing what the food.
Oh, yeah.
LA food, better than New York. I'll say
Ooh,
hot take.
I love
Hot take
that.
out of the gates.
Oh, my
It's
gosh.
better.
We just lost half of our listeners after that comment.
Let's not be homers. I'm just saying, it's all follow the money. That's what I always say. Follow the money, okay? There's more room here to open up great places, to take more chances. It's cheaper to open a restaurant. In New York, you can't take the type of chances that you can take here.
That's a good point.
That's a very good
That's the
point.
thing. I'm not talking. Let's not get emotional with math here, okay? This is the problem, and we're gonna get into some dating questions later. I'm excited to do that. But I'm saying this is the problem. We get too emotional with mathematical equations. Let's not talk about why it's raining out. Let's not get mad at the weather. Let's bring our umbrellas, okay? It's raining out, and it's raining out delicious food in LA, and I'm just letting you know. And let me say another thing. Let me give another hot take now that I'm here, because I haven't spoken to anyone in 3 weeks since I've been here.
Wow, it is not apparent at all.
Sugarfish is just fine.
Yes, it
Relax.
is. Yes, it is. I went there 2 weeks ago.
Fucking lax about sugarfish, people.
Agreed.
And for the people in the Midwest, turn off your ears right now, because we don't care about you for this segment. Sugarfish is a sushi place that was created to cut their own costs down with this idea of this marketing campaign that we all love because it's tapas, it's our generation.
It's sushi.
It's sushi. It's the restaurant owner being like, trust me, let me take care of you.
Yeah.
We love knowing the owner. So this is what they replicate the idea of you knowing the owner, knowing what's going on. Trust me, you could try this, try that. You get a little piece of everything. You never have to make a decision. You never have to commit. Oh, Mr. Millennial loves that. No commitment. Little tapas, taste of everything. I don't want to move away, but I want to move away. And then propaganda everywhere just says trust me everywhere. This is the thing, and they're all doing it for themselves to save themselves money, okay? And they have a cute to-go thing that girls can put on Instagram stories, and then voila, now you're the hottest thing in LA. Now it's coming to New York, and there's a 4-hour wait. It's fine sushi.
It is fine.
It's not
Did
good
you do
sushi.
a line of cocaine before you got here?
Yes.
I think so.
Listen, I
You
bring
came
it when I
from
come on.
sugarfish. Did you just burn a sugarfish to the ground?
I could do an hour on sugarfish. You just say, fire at sugarfish tonight at 11. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Where do you like to eat out here? What's your favorite spot?
I don't have a favorite. I'm just open to everything. I don't want to be...
Except Sugarfish.
No, I went to Sugarfish.
but
It was
it's
my
fine.
second time there, and the first time I was like, love it, get it, awesome. Second time, I call my brother. I go, I'm gonna be cool, LA Jared. I'm gonna go out and be like, oh, I'm at Sugarfish, and he goes, get ready to be hungry. And I was like, what? You're not excited for my LA moment? And he's like, no, you're gonna be hungry. And I went through there, and now I was looking at it through different eyes, and I'm watching this, and I'm going, this is bullshit. I can't even order rice. What is this, Nazi Germany sushi? What am I, under the the rule of Putin in this place? What's going on here? So those are my two hot takes. LA food better than New York food. I went to John and Vinny's.
Oh, I have not been there yet, but I've been
Unreal.
wanting to go. I hear it's incredible.
Unreal. And I went to Kismet.
I don't know either of
Great
these
Mediterranean.
places.
I'm really trying to get around. And then I went to Sugarfish, which can go fuck itself. And then, here's the other thing. I don't want to say go fuck itself because I don't want to disturb the message that I'm trying to give. Here's what I'm saying. It's fine sushi. Just because just because I'm making a point about it doesn't mean it sucks. It's good. It's just not great. ladies, and I'm talking to you ladies because it's girls in their 20s being like, you're not going to believe it. The best sushi you've ever had. No, relax, Lauren.
Not worth the hype. It's
Not
the hype.
it's
The
just
hype.
fine.
It does not live up to the hype.
It's
I totally
fine.
agree.
Oh, because we don't have to make a choice because they're going to bring you and you're going to act like, because we live in a world of endless decision making.
Yeah.
We never make the right choice because we never make a choice at all. So what they done at Sugarfish is taken all the choice out of your hands while also letting you feel like you made some choices. And all I'm saying is one day you're going to be eating crab, fake crab at Sugarfish and it's be like, trust me. And be like, yeah, I haven't even eaten fish for $42. It's going to go back.
If you guys can't tell, Jared is a fabulous stand-up comedian and hosts two of his own podcasts. J-Train Podcast, and I'm assuming the J stands for Jared.
Jared, the J-Train.
J-Train
Papa
Podcast,
JT.
and the You Up Podcast.
You Up.
You Up, where
Yes.
I'm assuming you speak to women in their 20s with the same...
Who love Sugarfish.
Yeah, so just... as
No, it's men and women. We take, and I do it with Betches, which is the Instagram account and website and huge company now.
Yeah.
And Jordana Abraham and I, we co-host the show together, and we basically take emails from guys and girls that are going through dating stuff, and these are problems that aren't problems, but there are problems, so they are problems. So
that was a real mindfuck.
But it makes sense if you play it back. Rewind. Hit that 15-second button.
Yeah, I
okay,
loved it.
makes sense.
I really enjoyed it.
But they're real problems to us. So we
Right.
take these questions about modern dating issues and things people are going through, and we break them down. And I think it's both perspectives, male and female, and it's opening it up to letting people know they're not crazy. These things are a thing. A like matters. Okay, if likes didn't matter, then we'd be liking everything.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't. So
You're
let's
right.
admit to the reality of how we feel when we do these dating and Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. You can't go to your parents and be like, what do I do about this guy who keeps snapping me pictures?
Yeah.
Because they didn't know
don't
that
get
shit.
it.
Yeah. So
Of course.
They're like,
we-
people used to follow us home.
Sure.
So maybe
Yeah.
chill out. Yeah.
Things are less dangerous, more dangerous now.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Beep us instead of tweet us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Somehow someone in Idaho can stalk you too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
But back in the day, someone could really only show you their dick once,
Once.
unsolicited. Now it's just an endless stream.
Yeah.
just a raining dick
Yep.
parade.
Blizzard
Yes.
of cocks.
Yeah. And I'm
Blizzard
sure you guys
of
you guys all just looked at me like war veterans. You're like, yeah, I've seen a dick
Yeah.
or two in my
We've
day.
seen all the dicks.
Seen an
Yeah.
unsolicited dick in my day.
Unsolicited and solicited ones. We've had them
Yeah.
all, really.
Yeah.
The dick pic thing is people ask about that question like, when is the right time to do it? And
Never.
it's like,
It's never.
well, when it's asked for.
When it's asked for.
When it's asked for.
Then do your photo shoot, do your boudoir photos.
Which even then, when it's asked for, I feel like it's also a courtesy. Like they want to see
Yeah.
my stuff, so I have to pretend to want to see their
Sure.
stuff. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need to see.
You're like,
it.
I don't need to see a penis next to a remote for length. For
Right.
length. I don't need to
Well,
see
I
it.
feel like all the things we would want to see, I would want to see as like a heterosexual woman is what I would want to see is like, could you just like snap a picture of you like backing out of a driveway real quick? Like,
You want
could
to see what he's driving?
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah.
when he's driving. Like, could I
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
picture
yeah.
of you holding a baby? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be a dick pic.
Picture of the alarm clock when you have to wake up.
Yes.
Like,
oh
you're
my
going to a
God.
job with an hour.
Yes.
Cooking
Oh.
in a baseball shirt.
Yeah. Oh, there
That's
we
my
go.
jam.
Oh my
This is
god.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Yes.
man with a puppy or a kitten gets me
Yeah.
way wetter
Oh.
than just
Than
a
a-
dick.
Yeah.
I don't
need the
great,
dick.
fine.
Now, if you were
but-
on like a dating app, like and you see a guy with a puppy, do you think that's like him trying too hard? Like, does
Sometimes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Doesn't it feel like
unless
it's like,
they are like a vet? But you know what I mean? Like that's
oh,
if
like
that's
their job.
Yeah.
They're just in the lab coat
Yeah.
with a bunch of puppies, delivering puppies. You're like, oh my God, this guy's the
It
best.
depends. Is it the first picture or like the fourth?
Yeah,
You know
that
what I
matters.
mean?
That
and
matters.
Is there other stuff going on, or is
Sure.
just this guy puppy after puppy? Then it's like, all right, calm down.
We
So-
give dating,
get
I
it.
give Bumble Tinder makeovers to people. And the most interesting part about that is that men seem to be trying to impress other men, and women seem to be not cocky enough. So it's like
Really?
you got a lot of men that are like chugging beers and shirtless.
Oh, okay.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're like what they would want to see in an action movie. And it's like no
Yes.
woman wants that.
Right.
And it's like they want more like, oh, first picture, here he is looking nice, and then second picture, there's a dog, maybe there's a family member, there's a friend or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes.
And it's like they want to say like you got to tone all the men that ask for advice, tone it the fuck down, and then it's
Yeah.
like their quote is just something like ridiculous, and then like the women theirs are usually like. They're hiding behind a bush with 7 other women. And you're like, Who am I trying to date here?
So
What's
picture
going on?
an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah. Too much.
Oh man.
Too much.
That's hysterical. Well, we asked you for an inspirational quote beforehand, and you
Sure.
said you hated most of them, right? Which I'm assuming is from just being a dating app expert, is that you've seen
Seen
just
a lot of
all of them.
inspirational quotes. Yeah, I'm not. I just think this is a very generational thing. We're the generation of saying what we are before being what we are. So it's like a lot of times these quotes are like people just scream about their success, or they're gonna get it on a Monday, and it's like, yeah, but you've been checking the likes for about 2 hours since. So Monday ain't going that hot.
Yeah.
Okay, fresh start.
too
not
real.
yeah.
Too real, Jared.
I'm sorry, but
Feel bad about myself.
I know the cliche because I am the cliche. So
I know,
I
I
understand
know.
these things intimately. So
Yeah.
I'm just admitting to them.
Do you do the like Monday motivation
No,
posts? where
but
you,
I'm
like-
just when I see it, I know what's going on.
Right.
I know what the thought process is. I know what I'm getting out of a post. So it can't. We're all 10% away from each other. That's the big reveal of our era with the internet, is to know that, oh my God, the person on the West Coast likes the same song as me. Oh my God, I'm basic. I like coffee too.
Yeah.
So it's like, so this is like what we're learning right now,
Yeah.
and it's depressing.
But you said you did have a couple inspirational quotes, but they were dating quotes, and they
Yeah.
were from your
From
true
my
life.
own mouth. I
Yeah.
like to quote
Right.
myself.
Like
in
self-inspirational quotes.
Sure, in
from
true
Jared.
egomaniac fashion, I will
let's
quote.
hear 'em.
Is this what you do? You do
Absolutely.
quotes?
It's a quotable
Yeah.
segment.
9 out of 10 relationships end for no reason. The 10th one ends in divorce 50% of the time. Happy Valentine's Day, bitch.
Is that a card you wrote? Or
well, I'm just saying it should let you know that we're taking more swings of the bat than we ever have. You're meeting more people that you might end up with, and it's very depressing because you're striking out a lot more than your parents had to.
Right,
So remember, not every guy or girl is the one. 9 out of 10 don't work out. The 10th one ends in divorce 50% of the time. This shit is tough, bitch.
You're saying by like one person, if you date 10 people yourself, not that like.
that's what I'm saying.
okay.
Like it's tough
Got
to
it.
date. It's tough to be single.
Of course,
So
yeah.
let's not believe that this is supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be
You
easy.
sound like a real blast today.
Have you been
Listen.
burned, Jared? Like hard.
Someone's a little
I've
bit.
been burned. I've burned.
burned, yeah.
I've done it. I've been. But I'm just saying, like, whenever I like, a lot of guys are like, well, I don't want to end it. Maybe I'll ghost because I don't want to like crush their whole world. And it's like, yeah, dude.
the ghost.
Have
dude.
some integrity.
Well, also, dude, you're just fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
This is a
We don't
human being.
care.
Yeah. They're gonna move
We
on.
got 12 more dicks like in the queue.
inbox.
Okay,
Literally,
tell
yeah.
me. Just tell me.
In your texting inbox.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, so- but I'm saying a lot of guys, this is the ego of a man. A lot of, like we're all egomaniacs in a way that's like women just can't even relate to. Like, and it's like we're a guy will be like, well, I don't want to end it. I'll ruin her world. Yeah, this person. This woman has made it this far.
She'll be
She's
fine.
gonna be
Yeah.
fine. You're just fine.
She'll be more than
just like the
fine.
next guy that she meets. That's gonna be just fine.
Do you
Yeah.
think that's it though? Because I think it's just a fear of confrontation most of the time.
Yeah,
Don't you
well,
think
confrontation.
too?
I think a lot of your confrontation to let this person down.
Right, you don't want to feel like
It's
a dick for
uncomfortable.
10 minutes, so
Yeah.
you're just not going to be honest. But you think it's more of an ego thing of like,
I think it's an ego
I'm
thing.
going to make it, it's going to make it harder.
I think
It would be so much easier if I just disappeared
Well,
with no
I think-
explanation.
The other,
Haunted her for years.
I think the ghosting is two things. It's guys' egos, which is like, how am I gonna I can't let this girl down. I'm me. My mom says I'm handsome.
Yeah.
So and then it's also the thing where women, I'll fault the other side too, is women. There's no such thing as the right breakup to a woman. So
think?
I know.
I
There's so
agree
many
with that.
I've texted a girl. How could you do this over text? Oh, and then you go to see her in person. We're not even a thing yet. How could you see me in person? And I once texted a girl. I was like, listen, we had gone out for like a month or month-ish. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
And I text her. I was like, listen, we were supposed to go out that night, and I go, listen, I'm gonna cancel tonight. We've had a great time, but I don't see this going beyond what it already is. So I think we should just cut it right here. And I'm sorry to disappoint you for tonight, but I think we're better off moving on as just not being together. And this is it.
I love
Yeah.
it. Most people be like, just as friends. And you're like, just as not
Nothing.
ever
Not
speaking.
I don't
ever
like the
again.
friends thing because that's not going to happen.
Not
now.
even an acquaintance.
Don't even soften it.
No,
You're
I got
so
friends.
wrong.
But then she wrote me back, how could you do this 2:30 on a Thursday?
Yeah.
And it's like, so I think there's like this like big
right before the weekend.
right?
Yeah.
And then and if I broke up with a girl and I say, hey, this isn't going to me, the reason to break up, I do think a reason to break up with someone, even if it's been a month, is to go, hey, I don't see myself getting married to you.
Yeah.
And a lot of women will, the rebuttal a lot of times is, I didn't ask for that. What the fuck are you asking for then? You know, we all want to move forward.
Right.
And not to say marriage happens tomorrow, but this is, what are we going towards then? I'm just trying not to fuck you over by fucking someone else while with you.
Yeah, but but it's not like that anymore because not everybody's looking to get married. A lot of people are just looking to have fun, and that's the case on a lot of these apps. So you're kind of old school. And
Sure.
you're like, if I can't see myself marrying you, what are we
What's the
doing
point?
here?
Right.
Well, yeah, you know, but I think like that's the end game for a lot of people.
True, but you know, I mean, how old are you?
I'm 33.
You're 33. Okay, so you're at the point where like, yeah, you probably want to get married and stuff, but like, you know, somebody my age might not be that way. I think I'm that way, but I'm weird. Like a lot of people who are, you know, 24, 25, if you said, I don't see myself marrying you, they'd be like, I don't see myself marrying you too. But
That's fine.
I want to touch you for 8 months.
Yeah.
But also, guys, you know, at that point, like, do you want to be with one guy? You know, like so, like you know, there's the thing.
You're saying the exclusivity.
The
thing.
exclusivity.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
if I'm sitting here being like, you know, right now we have all these like loose relationships. I'm talking to someone. I'm seeing someone. We don't even
Yeah.
know what the you know having the talk. A lot of girls and guys want to know, when do I have that talk? And it's like we live in a lot of gray areas with dating now. So if you're not looking to like be with a guy who's having sex with other people, you got to figure that out. And if the guy's like, I want to have sex with other people and you, that's a miscommunication right there. So it's like, well, what do we do next? What do I say to you? So I say, yeah, I'm going to be having sex with other girls still because you and I aren't going to be serious. And it's like, that's a tough thing to say to someone's face.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's a tough thing. So how do I do that in as extreme terms as possible to let someone know where we stand? And it's tough. It's all difficult. This isn't to say it's easier to give advice than to take advice. It's easier. And all this stuff is like situational, just like you're saying. Like, you know, you don't know where the other person stands. If the other person's like, yeah, I'm just looking to fuck. And then you're like, okay, good. I'll see you Thursday, but I'm going to be out on Friday with my friends trying to fuck someone else. They'll be like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
wait, but you said you just wanted to fuck. You
Yeah.
know, so-
Well, yeah, but you're supposed to pretend.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's all
Ignorance
the
is bliss.
pretending of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I feel like just being honest is just the best way to do it.
But-
Just-
but
it's
so
so
tough.
hard.
It's-
It's so hard. The only time I've ghosted somebody is kind of what Taylor said. I just felt bad. I felt like that I had led them on because I had slept with them, and I like day after sleeping with them, I'm like, I don't want to ever see. I
Sure.
don't want to date this person. I feel bad. I'd be their friend, but I know they don't want to be my friend.
Listen, if I had a
So-
nickel for every time that happened,
I was
I'd
just
have
like,
7 nickels.
But like, how crazy would he feel like I am saying, well, we just did it last night and now I don't want to see you. You know, I feel
Yeah,
bad.
That's a tough.
So it's like, do
blow.
I drag it out for a week and I just don't see this person? We exchange a few texts and then I tell him a week later, or do I just say, listen,
Make a date for the next week. Then,
What do I do?
Then cancel it. Then make a date for the next week. Then cancel it. Then say, hey, listen, we can't get this together. Goodbye.
so tough. So tough.
We're
But
so busy.
I'll
Yeah.
never do that again. I mean, I'm with somebody now, but I would never. That was the only time I did it, and I wouldn't do it again.
It doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't feel good.
People think that
like
like,
an
being
asshole.
single is this like big oasis of fun, and it's like, no, it's just a lot of like being
Awkward
disappointing to
conversations.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
conversation.
Vegas pool. It looks fun from the outside, and then
Yeah.
you get in and you're like, oh, it's warm
gross.
because everybody's pissed in this pool.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just urine in here.
It's just
so
urine. That's the
tough.
new quote. That's
Yeah.
the new.
It's just urine in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
it's the worst. It's tough. But when you find somebody, it's great, and it's
fun.
worth all the bullshit when you
Sure.
find that person.
But you got to play in traffic if you want to get hit.
Oh yeah.
So that's really.
If you
that's-
want to get
So if you want to get hit by that big love bomb,
yeah.
you got to throw yourself into the streets.
the big 18-wheeler.
Big 18.
If you're lucky, the
Right.
18-wheeler.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Damn. Keep it. Come on. Let's keep
I
this
found mine.
Yeah.
PG.
We don't want no Mini Cooper.
yeah.
I've had a couple Mini Coopers.
I'm more of
who
a, I'm more of a
hasn't, huh?
Wrangler.
Hey, that's
just
very
FYI,
respectable.
everybody.
Solid.
That's
Solid.
very-
well
that's a-
built.
Very
Strong.
girthy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Strong medium.
Yeah.
Sure.
Built for
Strong
off-roading.
medium.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gets
God.
work done.
Off-roading.
Can do off road. Can also do the streets. It works in both.
You can
It's a
flip and probably
multi-purpose.
survive.
Sure. Take
Yeah,
the
it's
top off.
just-
I don't even know where we're going with this.
It's got a cup holder. All right, let's stop.
We get into some self-help, huh?
do
Yeah.
it.
Do you have like an area of
Okay, kindergarten teacher, Delaney.
from dicks to
I
self-help?
love it.
Is there a certain are you into self-improvement or self-help in any way? Exercise, books, anything like
I
that?
mean, my big thing is like the weekends. I treat myself like I'm on like
The Jersey Shore.
The Jersey Shore. Yeah.
I get a very gym tan laundry vibe.
It's more like 600-pound life, where I'm just attached to my couch eating ungodly amounts of food. And then Monday, I'm changing everything. Drinking, eating clean, and then it devolves from Monday to Thursday really badly. And like a sad, Groundhog's Day type of way. Like Monday, I'm like, this is it. Why would I drink alcohol again?
Yeah.
Tuesday, I'm like, you're doing it. You're great. Oatmeal in the morning. Wednesday, I'm like, listen, dinner, we'll do dinner out. You deserve it. Thursday night, one drink. It's just wine. It's just Friday, drinking all day.
Yeah.
Saturday, in a dumpster. And then Sunday, get it together, Jared. Monday, back. I'm clean.
Yeah.
So this is kind
Like
of
a
the way I've lived
beautiful
my
butterfly.
life. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
A nice cocoon all the time.
So that's my version. I like group fitness. I like those group fitness classes. I'm a big fan of those.
What kind of class?
Like a boot camp.
Like a boot
I
camp,
love
I was
Boot
gonna
camp.
say.
Like somebody
Yeah.
beating the shit out of you,
Sure.
verbally.
Real
that's good
sadistic
stuff.
motherfucker. I
Yeah.
like going to the gay trainer. That's always a fun thing
Yeah.
for me. They're always fun. They're always
You
sassy.
like your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
And your muscles
right?
are burning.
Get
Yeah.
it going. I like when all the women are like, ah! And I'm like, I can't believe I'm here right now. I like one of those. I'm like, I am basic, as I said before. I
like
get
it.
into that stuff. Been to a Soul Cycle, been to what's the other one?
We still gotta go to Soul
Flywheel, Soul Cycle.
yeah.
I've done those ones. Yeah, they're great.
I like
think they're-
Soul Cycle.
It all depends on the teacher. Like it shows you what I like about those classes. It shows you what expertise means. Like when you go to a restaurant, you have a good waiter, and you're like, wow, this waiter's really nailing it. It shows you how bad the other waiters have been.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with these group fitness classes. If you have someone that's good, you're like, that was what I paid for. Like
Yes.
there are classes. There's people I won't go near now. Like I see them sub in. I'm like, I didn't sign up for this person,
Right.
And I get annoyed. I'm very judgy of these fitness instructors. I get very annoyed because you're paying. You can do any gym. You can do any of these workouts on your own.
Yeah.
But you're paying for that extra, the good music, the countdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
the
energy.
Right? The
Yeah.
energy, the class. I get it in and out in an hour.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Well,
someone
the
comes
peer
in-
pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You don't want to embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
You're the one walking while everyone else is running. I'm that
Oh,
guy.
that's me. That's
Yeah, I
time,
couldn't deal with
dude.
the judgment that no one cares about me, but I think they care about me.
No, I always give up halfway, and then everybody looks at me, and it's a whole thing. The instructor comes over and tells me I can do it. And all of a sudden, I'm like, no, I really can't. I just look like I can. Which, trust me, I've been through this a million times. And it's just like I feel awful, they feel awful. Ugh.
And then a whole group gets around you just clapping like, you can do it! It's like, this is more embarrassing than I even wanted.
Exactly. Like, no, I just want to do it in my room on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Just by myself, nobody looking at me.
Yeah,
Sure.
Typo's on YouTube now. I can't really emphasize that enough, you guys. There's no
Everything's
reason to
there.
go outside. Yeah.
Everything's on YouTube for exercise.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Really?
You don't have to leave your home.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
belly dancing. There's Tai Chi. There's
Victoria's Secret butt.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I like that you
Victoria's
named
Secret
three that
butt.
I would never do.
There's boot
Belly
camp for
dancing,
sure.
Tai Chi, and Victoria's Secret butt. Oh, let me write that down, guys. Thank you.
No, but
All
Cassie's
the help.
There's
Yeah,
definitely boot
I
camp
come
on
in next
there.
time, like a year from now, I'm a guest on your podcast. I'm like, look at this butt. I have Victoria's Secret
Sure, there's
butt.
a Channing Tatum butt.
I bet there is.
Oh, I love some
There's
CTB.
Oh, boy. Who
Channing
doesn't?
Tatum butt.
I'm not a big Channing Tatum guy. I don't find
Really?
I don't.
Fuck.
I'm
I
not
don't.
either.
Get out of here.
We are no
Don't
not,
buy it.
he's not my thing.
That's like my sugarfish take. It's too hot. I don't like it.
Well, I appreciate he's an attractive guy, but he's not for me.
Are
He's on
you
the market.
serious,
Yeah.
Delaney? Okay,
Yeah.
how about the scene in Magic Mike 2 with Pony by Genuine where he's like
Yeah, put on
fucking
that
a
scene.
Great
wooden
dancer.
table?
Yeah.
You felt nothing.
I think I'm like, wow, that's a very great dance. Like, he's
Oh
a
my
very-
God.
What's your type?
I don't understand.
I like Jack Black.
Oh, that's
Jack
right. Why did I
Blacks.
forget? Why did I?
Yeah, I,
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
what you were trying to.
1,000
I
guys
like
doing
Jack?
open mics that listen to this just came their pants. They're like, oh my
But
God.
like a more conventional person, I like somebody like John Krasinski. Fucking
Yes,
perfect.
we all agree
Oh,
on
okay.
that.
Right, John
No,
Krasinski.
Newton South Zone.
Conan.
If
Okay,
I
but
Oh.
Delaney.
You just named
Okay, Jack Black.
different crayons in the box. That's burnt sienna.
not even. She was like, I like a
highlighter.
marker, a
Yeah.
colored
Yeah, you're
pencil,
right.
and a crayon.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, Delaney.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I love me some
How
Conan,
dare you
dude.
try and
I
slide
get
John
Conan.
Krasinski in between Jack Black and Conan? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
I am horrified for John Krasinski. That's hurtful. I would be very hurt if I was him. That is.
What if this is what ruined John Krasinski's career? He's like, I heard this podcast, and I was put in this group, and I had to disappear.
If I asked for a dick pic and the guy just sent me a picture of John Krasinski, I would marry him.
Really?
Oh my god.
What's the good?
John
I
Krasinski.
see it.
Right?
Yeah. John Krasinski with a beard. I saw a picture of that.
Or
That's a
without.
good look for him.
Everybody's liking that. That's. I mean,
good
it's
look.
fine.
I'm into it.
I like him
For
clean
sure.
shaven, but
Clean
I don't
shaven.
know.
I don't know. He's good looking. I gotta admit.
He's a good
He's
looking
like
dude.
tall. And
Sometimes you
big.
watch episodes of The Office and you're like, wow, he was like a kid.
Yeah.
You ever see those
first
early ones
season?
where you're like,
Holy shit, that haircut!
yeah.
Like, what is he in
Yeah.
8th grade?
I know.
Yeah.
Fucking
Picture day.
Yeah, yeah. He looks so young.
So your type is Jack Black, John Krasinski, Conan.
Yeah.
Taylor, what are you going for? What's your
I
deal?
like John Krasinski. John
That's
Krasinski.
it?
End
There you
of beginning and end of list. Like
And
that's
beginning of-
just
that's it.
he just
That's the
nails
list.
it so hard that
Yeah.
like there are other guys too, of course, that you're like, well, that guy's hot, and if I really thought about it, but he's always my go-to. You know,
Yeah.
how you like, you know, when you like decide that your favorite food is enchiladas,
Sure.
and people are like, what are your other favorite foods? And you're like, no, look, I thought about this and I decided.
That's what I
And
do.
so that this question is easy to answer.
Sure.
So that's mine. What
Kelsey,
are your
straight
do you
up
have a top-
Channing Tatum.
I do love me some
Yeah.
Channing Tatum, but I also lean more toward like Johnny Depp specifically as Captain Jack Sparrow and like
Wow.
like Brandon Boyd, lead singer of Incubus. Like I like the like long hair but like muscly and tan and like dirty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grunge look.
And I like Joel
Grunge-
Kinnaman too, and
grungy
like
artist.
Jason Statham. I like. Ugh, yeah.
Those were different.
Yeah, those
Those
were
are two
very
different groups.
a couple
different.
different
Well,
colored
yeah.
pencils.
But they're
Yeah.
still, but they're all good colored pencils.
Yeah.
Yours are weird.
I don't
They're
know.
all good. They're
I like a lot of
sharpened.
stuff.
Yeah.
John, but we all agree on John Krasinski. Look at that.
do.
He's always been in
Yeah.
my top 5.
All of us agree.
Yeah.
All of us.
four
Look
of
at
us.
it.
Who are
We
your-
all
What are your
do.
celebrities?
Yeah, who are your people?
I don't know. I'm into like I always follow like plus size models on Instagram. That's
Like
just my-
Ashley Graham.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Love
yeah.
it. Love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Nice.
I've said this a bunch of times and it never sounds right, but a girl with 10 to lose, like down.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
a little
yeah.
extra,
A little extra
to
cushion,
grab.
You know, I love
nothing
it.
wrong with that.
An adventure of a body. I love it.
An
A roller
adventure of
coaster.
a body.
I just want to not know which way a titty's gonna go.
But you like
I
tend to
I like
lose,
me
but
a
not
rogue
losing it.
titty.
No, don't lose
You
it.
don't want to lose. Tend to
It's
lose,
a really
but don't lose
awful,
it.
judgy way to say
Oh,
it.
tend to lose.
Society,
I thought you were
not
saying
lose.
his
Tend to
name.
lose.
I thouh he said tend to lose, and I was like, who's tend to lose? Oh my
An
God. Like, is
Asian
it-
stripper.
Was that from Black Panther? It's T'Challa and tend to lose. What is that? You said it so
Yeah.
quickly.
Good old Tentaloo.
I get it.
I
yeah.
like that because the older I get, the more I realize like I probably will not ever get back to like my high school body where I was like a child, you know.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
And you don't want to.
who's
And I-
meant to get to that body?
Yeah.
I'm better than my high school body. So I'm good at it. I was fat in high school. It was doing great.
I kind of like having more curves now. It's nice.
It's in too, you know, like
Yeah.
that's nice for a guy like me. You know, like there's like, you know, there's it's nice to see the empowerment, the whole deal.
Do you think you're
Yeah.
curvy as a guy?
I'm a curvy dude. I give
think?
myself. I think it sounds bad. I would if the same movement existed for men. I think I could really get some Instagram following out of it.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know that I agree with you.
Okay.
I think you're like a
You're pretty
manly.
built.
Yeah, you're like a built guy.
But I have my moments. I go up and down.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
checking
end of
into
the
this
weekend.
moment.
I'm talking about Wednesday. I'm built. Sunday.
it's Monday.
I'm
You're
curvy.
clean right
Oh,
now.
that's
So we're
right.
like,
Yeah.
oh, it looks great.
Yeah,
It's tan.
I got a good
Get it.
tan going. So
Yeah,
helps.
that I want that on me.
a tan.
Nice
I
tan.
would like to.
I was
know.
like, can you stop sexually
I know.
harassing our
Sorry,
guests?
that sounded.
I want
I'm
that on me.
I know. As soon as it came out, I was like, sorry. I didn't
Nothing
make it
looks
comfortable.
better than a tan.
Really,
That
truly.
really, I mean,
Makes you look healthy.
healthy, even though you're not.
Yeah.
It
Do you
just tricks
tan?
everybody.
You don't tan. You
No,
burn.
I
right?
I used to do the whole tanning bed thing in like high school, early college.
Really?
It's just a terrible. It's just the worst. You just bake your face. Just the early wrinkles. It's terrible. So I stopped doing that a long time ago. But I would like to do some more like creams.
My dad is
Self-tanner.
very tan to
Yeah.
the point where people like go, he is tan. Like they can't get around it. Like
not
it's
say
like it's like a sneeze. They have to say it. You know, it's like tan. You know, like the minute they see him. Yeah, but we get brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish.
I
I
try to
got
be
my
careful.
first tan. I got my first fake tan recently for
How
my best
was
friend's
it?
wedding
Spray tan?
in Mexico. I got a spray tan. Fucking loved it.
Really?
Oh, it looked so natural. It was nice. Like it didn't fade weird. Like it just faded naturally.
I'm gonna go get one.
It was great. I'm definitely doing it again for any kind of event or like a function wedding I have to be in, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like
photo shoot type
Yeah,
Especially
photo
now
shoots,
with the
all
way
that.
pictures are like monetized via like, Instagram and all that stuff. Why wouldn't you?
I would
But
like
why,
to do
but
that.
why get tan when there's a filter?
This
It's
is
different.
fair.
Well,
They
it's
tone you up.
if you're in somebody's
Filter
wedding,
won't give you cancer.
if you're in somebody's wedding,
this
they're
is
not
a
going to
spray
filter
tan.
you.
Spray tan.
Well, spray tan. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
it was great.
Yeah, that's
And it
true.
was $20. Only
20
$20 and I
bucks?
look like a whole different person. I look healthy. I
Whoa.
look like
Yeah.
I haven't been overeating because the bloat looks a little darker. You know what I mean? Like everything looks good.
I'm with you.
Did it make your skin break out?
No. It was great.
I'm just scared I do it and it just
It was
Yeah, that's what
fantastic.
acne.
Well, they have a lot of different things now where it's like everything's organic and blah blah blah. They have different solutions. So you just go to somewhere where they have like natural products they use in their spray.
Okay.
But yeah. I have a question for you, Jared.
Go. Okay.
What is the weirdest thing that you've done to make yourself feel better out of like desperation?
The weirdest thing I've done.
Like some people like sell all their stuff and or they plan a trip.
Probably
last
make myself
minute.
puke.
Maybe.
Like, if I'm really gonna get into it.
Get
like,
into it, man.
Get into
Like when
it.
you eat yourself so full that you're like, I'm going home and releasing this out of my body. I don't
Yeah.
need this.
Wow.
They
I don't
should
need
get
to
more
live all.
emotionally.
Oh, but I'm just saying, like I've done that before. I've eaten so much, and I'm like, there's no way I'm sleeping like this.
Yeah.
And I've done it. I mean, and I'm sure there's people out there, and I'm sure there's people out there with problems because of that, and that sucks. And I hope you get help. But I'm saying, like, I don't want to minimize it. I'm saying, like, I've done that before, where I'm like, yeah, just get this. And I think that's a crazy thing that it sucks because people deal with that as a real issue.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
But to me, I'm like, what am I doing right now? I'm over
Like you
a
just you
toilet.
made a mistake.
Yeah,
You ate,
I ate
far more.
myself into a place where I'm like, I need to change. I need to physically harm myself to get rid of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably that's a
Yeah.
crazy thing to do. I think.
Well, I mean, I personally, you said you had just an endless well of emails.
Do we wanna get into it?
I would.
Yeah.
We would love to. We do.
I'll let you guys choose the title.
Perfect.
Okay.
This
Oh,
is
did we do
great.
this on J Train?
Yeah, we did.
I love
this.
that. Okay.
So this is I get these emails every day.
And they know that you pick based on the title, so they're really trying.
I usually, so we do the podcast twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays, and I just take emails from listeners, give them advice with a guest. So, Kelsey's been on. We had a good time. I would
much
love to
fun.
have you guys on, and next time
Yeah,
we can
absolutely.
do that. But the You Up podcast is kind of what that's morphed into, where it's all dating questions. But I don't have that inbox. I have the J Train inbox. So if you're a podcast listener, you want to add something to your library, you can go to You Up podcast or the J Train podcast, and I will just say these are questions that I get.
Yeah. By the way, the J Train podcast is consistently in the top iTunes charts.
It's good.
Every
People
time I
enjoy
check,
it.
you're there.
It's-
So
That's awesome.
It's a fun
Killing
show. Okay, so ready?
yes.
Cock blocked by an exam or just an excuse? Friend zone or fuck? Ghosted? ? Wedding advice? Red flags turn me on. ...
Let's do that
hell.
one. Let's do that one.
that
Not
one?
sure.
Everybody.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
You want to hear that
Let's dig
one?
in.
I would love to
that.
hear that
Okay,
one. I mean,
let's
I want to
do it.
hear all of them, but let's.
Yeah.
Hey, Papa JT.
I hate your nicknames. I hate them so much. They make me so physically sick.
These are great.
There's,
Man.
ugh.
And if you're wondering, I'm Papa JT.
I was wondering.
You should
I'm
see
glad
the
you cleared
grin
that
on
up.
my face. I tend to find emotionally unavailable men and try to make them into my boyfriend. I've been in 2 serious relationships in my life, both lasting over 3 years and having rough beginnings where I know the guy isn't interested. As fucked up as it sounds, I think I like the challenge of making someone fall for me rather than making the conscious decision to stop seeing someone knowing that they are not interested. Recently, I've been seeing a guy for about 6 months and I'm really into him, but red flags are everywhere and just make me want him more. Have you guys been, is this something that
Oh,
connects with
yeah.
you guys?
We've all
yeah.
done it.
You guys are looking
all.
so knowingly at this
all
email.
done
Oh,
it.
yes.
And you, what do you just see these things and you're like, I'll fix them or I'll just bob and weave.
You
What
hope
is
that
the
you're
thought?
the
All of
exception
it.
sometimes.
Yes.
You hope that you're good enough for them to change. And then you
think
just
I'm
realize,
the
like,
one.
yeah, you realize, like, no, this guy is just, this is who he is.
This is
This
who
guy
he is.
and
sucks.
he might always be like this. yeah.
Taylor's he
This guy sucks. And
Yeah, his personal issues.
It looks like all my friends were right. Yeah,
Yes.
that guy just sucks.
and maybe he'll find somebody else who also sucks,
Sucks.
and it'll
Sure.
work out,
Let
but
them
you're
work
not
out.
going to be that person.
Mine is
Yeah.
also out of masochism because I think with my ex, who was like not good and cray, that I kind of liked the challenge of feeling like I needed to be better in order for him to love me consistently.
Oh, yeah.
That is,
shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's scary how much that connected with all the women here.
Yeah.
That's like a real sentence.
Is there
Yeah.
something I do
Yeah.
have this thought with women especially, and this is, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think like a lot of women compete with their levels of relationships. So like if you're married, you're the king of the brunch table. If you're single, like you're not in the lead. But then what happens is you're also like the star of the table if you have juicy dating stuff a lot of the times. Like if I came to my friends and I was like, listen to what happened with my girl, they'd be like, shut up. Like we don't care.
Right.
But if you guys come with a juicy, like, here's what the fight is about.
yeah.
Like I feel like there's something, to be gained. Like let's look at the math of that. Like
Yeah.
there's an incentive to that. So like the more you connect yourself to someone that's a dramatic person,
Oh,
the
yeah.
more you have the good stories.
That's a good.
Is there, like-
I don't
yes and
know about
no.
that.
Yes and no because
I don't know,
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know if it levels of it. I mean, this
Sure.
is something I've noticed.
Sure. For me, any kind of awful stuff, I'd keep to myself because I was embarrassed that I was letting
Okay.
somebody treat me like that.
Yes.
And I
Interesting.
didn't want any of my friends to know that I was like, this is a really bad relationship.
Yeah.
'Cause
Was
if I
it
knew,
like so bad that it was like bad? Like I'm saying, like sometimes it's like the
Sure.
fun, like, would you believe that like he just left? Like
Yeah, I
instead
would
of-
always tell. I would
Really?
always tell my
Yeah.
friends because I wanted other people to be outraged with me.
Wow.
And then also
Burn 'em
this
at
is
the
so
stake.
this is so fucked up, but also it would get to the point where like they hated that guy
Sure.
and I would leave and then I would decide I wanted to go back and my friends would be like, do not go back. Come on. Like you know not to do that. And I just was like, I'm going to though. Because you like want to rebel. I don't know. It's
Oh,
some
man.
weird
rebelling on both ends.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I was so opposite.
Yeah.
I would keep it to myself because I didn't want them to hate him because I wanted to try to make it work and keep
Yeah.
him around.
And you thought if he
try-
was close with the friends, that would lock him in a
exactly
little
would
bit
help.
more.
But no, he was just very verbally abusive and
Oh,
just
so
like
the-
terrible. And I would
Yeah.
be like, oh, I can't tell anybody that
Yeah,
he said this to me.
there's that
you
bridge
know?
into abusive where you're like, I'm not revealing this.
Right.
But like before, there's that like before that, you're like, what is this? Oh, the whole group gets to weigh in.
Yeah,
you get
he's
that
just a
whole,
dick.
Let's
Yeah.
go into
Yeah.
the scene. So, but red flags are everywhere and make me want him more. He will go an entire day without speaking to me right after telling me how much he cared about me the night before.
Oh, borderline.
We haven't met
No.
each other's
like
friends or families yet, even though it's been 6 months.
Ugh.
That's weird.
That's weird.
He hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend, even though we both said we aren't seeing other people. That's not as weird to me. Is there?
That's weird.
That's weird.
Is
That's
there
weird.
someone?
No, it's not
is
right.
there someone? Is there something wrong with me that I become more interested in the chase?
Yes.
With all the red flags.
No.
Keep doing you. Lots of love. What do we think?
Oh, get out of it.
Get
this
out
guy
of
does
it.
not give
Yeah.
a shit. This guy has been dating you exclusively for 6 months and is not your boyfriend or girlfriend.
He's not dating
Hasn't
you
in-
exclusively.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Hasn't introduced you to family or whatever.
She
Nah.
did ask, "Is there something wrong with me?" I want to
No,
like say
there's
to her,
Absolutely
No.
not.
You're listening to 4 people right now that are connecting to this. None of
Yes,
us are
yeah.
sitting here being like, "Whoa, look at this crazy!" This
Yeah.
isn't a 2-headed,
Right.
animal that we're looking at.
Yeah.
Like
We've all
this
been
isn't
there.
like this is. We've all
all
So
done it.
normal.
been in
and human.
circumstances like this.
Do you want to weigh in on this and some? You have some
No.
stuff. No.
I,
No, okay, here's what I'll say
okay.
because my situation was not like this.
No.
But it was similar in that, like, that
She knows the deal.
She knows
Yeah.
it's wrong. She
Right.
knows it's not what she wants. She knows that there are red flags, and she knows she shouldn't be in it. She still wants to, and that's why she's even asking. But she wants other people to tell her that she needs to get out of it because she needs someone to explain it to her. And also, this is what I will say, and what I have learned in my experiences. Words don't mean anything. I don't care how much he says he cares about you. If he's not, doing anything to back it up, like, words don't mean shit. Actions mean everything.
Yeah.
It-
Actions speak louder
mean
than words.
absolutely. The one thing from the guy's perspective, I will say this to her: texts don't mean a thing, but they kind of mean a thing. So like it can be
What
both.
is that?
So-
Garbage! Get that out
Why
of
did
here.
you even just say
finish.
that?
Well, let me finish.
Why did you even just
She
say
writes
that?
in her email, the one thing that comes out to me is that he'll go days without talking.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Even though the texting during the day doesn't mean that you're more together.
No.
It just means that you're doing the thing you should be doing. So it's like, it doesn't mean more than that, but it can, you not talking means something. There's no one in my life that I care about that I go a day without even checking in with over.
Yes.
Right.
In reality. So I'm like, there are, one day, but if it's a noticeable, like multiple, he'll go days without, that's weird.
Right.
Yeah. And I will say she should look into the symptoms of borderline personality disorder and see if more of those symptoms line up with this guy, because that sounds exactly like my borderline ex, where it was, the whole idea of borderline is I hate you, don't leave me. So it's this crazy hot cold all the time of like, I love you so much, I care about you so much, blah, 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 blah. And then nothing for a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when you're like, hey, what the fuck happened? You're my boyfriend. I haven't heard from you in a week. They're just like, oh, I don't know. And make you feel crazy.
Well, that's a lonely guy. Guys deal with loneliness in like a week, where this guy's being like, oh, let me get my like bit of like, that hit
Yes.
of dopamine from calling you to be like, I miss you, I need you, baby, baby. Then it's like, oh, here's someone that will respond to that and misses me too. Okay, I got that filled. Now I can go out and try and fuck someone else.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
I think there's like something to that.
I think that's definitely a thing, but I like borderline is a fear of abandonment and a fear of being smothered. So they're constantly, they can never be satisfied. They're running back and forth between like, okay, I want to feel like I'm not alone, and oh my God, you're smothering me. I need to be alone. Wait, now I feel too alone. Now it's back and forth all the time.
That's intense.
So maybe look into that.
Okay.
The person
Do
who
we
sent
want to
this
look
in.
at another email?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
please.
let's do it.
Here's some more titles. Pussy Power or Nah? Which is worse? Should I lose my virginity to him?
Ooh,
let's do that
Okay, here we go.
please.
Hi, Jared. I deeply enjoy listening to your
What?
podcast.
No JT Papa?
JT
This is-
Papa?
Get out of
listen,
here.
This is a
Papa
virgin.
J too.
Okay?
Oh, that's
Daddy
right.
She
J.
hasn't been with a Papa yet.
Ew, stop saying that word. I don't like Papa.
I think it's a virgin. I was like,
I call my grandfather Papa, so you can imagine
Really?
how uncomfortable I am.
You can call me Uncle J Train or
Okay.
the King of Brunch.
Oh, great, because
or
Uncle
King
is
of
so-
Brunch.
always-
Climax Czar. All
I
the above.
hate that one. I hate them. God, they're terrible.
So this is a lady, 18-year-old female listener who's just finishing up high school.
Okay.
Okay, we're helping the youths.
Yes, do it. If it's the right guy.
I've been dating this guy for about 2 months now. He goes to a different high school. We met at a party, which is kind of a funny considering it was my second high school party. I'm for sure a hot librarian type. Okay.
well, she's got confidence. That's
I like
good.
her.
I love her.
I
She's
like her. I
honest.
like how open she is.
That's
It's
great.
Even though, because we're all right now, all of us are going back to our high school selves. Like we're like in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe a girl would talk about this. Like I'm half a chub. And I left with a guy. So I've been dating this guy for about 2 months now. He goes to a different high school. We met at a party, which was kind of funny considering it was my second high school party. And I left with a guy who'd become my boyfriend. Up until this point, I've been look at all the girls got annoyed at her. Up until this point, I've been little Miss Innocent. I spend a lot of time with my parents, and when I hang out with my friends, we do pretty wholesome activities, watch improv shows, cook dinner, etc. I've dated guys before this one, but they have all been fairly innocent too. And it always ended before any serious sex stuff went down. I had only taken my top off with my ex, who I dated for 3 months. Obviously wasn't the best relationship. I'm only 2 months in with this new guy, and I'm thinking about having sex with him. I like that she's thinking. I like that this is like plotted.
Yeah.
I know I'm literally in literally any other age range, we would have already had sex like 6 weeks ago. I don't know. I didn't have sex till I was 19. I don't know.
I was older than that.
Okay. But my issue is I always assumed I'd lose my virginity to a guy I was in love with. I also imagine losing it in a barn, which isn't.
A barn?
What is this, Dwight Schrute?
I love this.
Angela.
What's going to happen considering I live in New York City? I like this guy. Oh, that's why she thinks that it should have happened 6 weeks ago. I like this guy more than I've liked any other guy, but I don't love him. I've never been in love. But I assume like an orgasm, it's a real thing when you have it. I enjoy all the time we spend together. We have very compatible personalities, and I am deeply attracted to him to the point where I become Niagara Falls when I see him.
Okay, girl. This girl.
My.
This girl's going get that dick.
Yeah.
It feels
she
weird
is.
for me to read, but I'm happy I'm doing it with 3 ladies.
Yeah.
okay?
No,
I'm
you're
happy
in a
you
safe
guys-
space.
I'm in a safe
Safe,
space.
sure.
How do I figure out if I should have sex with him? He's already had sex with 4 different girls. Oh my God. Who is this guy?
She's killing it.
Now I'm jealous of this 18-year-old guy.
18 crushing
And I
it.
don't want something that would be meaningful to me and nothing to him. The good bad news is we will definitely break up before college, so I have a chance to not resent the person I lose my virginity to for breaking my heart down the road, considering it'll will for sure be mutual. But it's also kind of rough because I know it will end soon anyways. I'm also worried about going to college a virgin and then just losing my virginity to a frat guy who means nothing to me, drunk at a party and wasting the experience. Should I wait for love or have sex because I am blowing him anyway?
This girl's
It
fantastic.
doesn't seem like there's that much of a difference in intimacy. How much does the person you lose your virginity to really matter? I'd love your input. Thanks for putting up with such a cringeworthy email. No.
This
girl.
was
You are
amazing.
I'm so ready to be done with all the awkwardness of high school. We'll get ready for the awkwardness of college. It's gonna
Yeah.
come.
then
And
life.
adulthood.
Yeah.
in
And
life.
adulthood and life and everything.
Oh,
So what do we
dude.
think?
I mean, I think
I think
blowing-
this is a great email.
It's
Absolutely.
I love the candor. This is why it's so nice.
so honest.
She's honest, and it's like, it brings me back to how I felt.
Sure.
Like that feeling of like, when do I do it? Who's it gonna be with? Is it gonna be the right moment? Am I gonna suck at it? Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think?
Oh, well, I know this. I was ready to lose it before I met the person I lost it to. I was like,
You were ready to have it
I
out
was
of
like,
your
system.
the next person that I'm attracted to, and I feel like I want to do it.
Okay.
I wasn't really waiting to be in love or
Sure.
the right time or the right situation in my head. And then when I met the person, I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen, and I'm excited about it. I wasn't overthinking it. I wasn't overthinking like, oh, now I got to stay with this guy forever, or he's gonna break my heart. I was so in the moment, and I enjoyed it and I had fun. I ended up being with the guy on and off for like 4.5 years.
Sure.
But I don't know. I think you have to be just confident in your own decision versus all the hypotheticals of like, what if this and what if that and what,
Yeah.
I was ready no matter who
Sure.
it was. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, I think a lot of importance is placed on losing your virginity when sometimes it doesn't need to be. Oftentimes, losing your virginity sucks.
Yeah.
And you go on to have sex so many more times in your life that it's like, just... Here's the thing. I think if she's like Niagara Falls wet with this guy, then
Yeah.
I'm like,
Do
good,
it.
do it. Like your
Sure.
body wants to fuck this guy, and it's gonna be awesome. Like that's great. You know what I mean?
What do you think?
I don't know if I should even weigh in on it.
you should.
Well,
Yeah, of
I
course.
grew up very religious, so I had
So you might
my
see eye to eye with her,
virginity was like very important to
Okay.
me
Okay.
Yeah.
because God. And then it was like a long process to
'Cause
get
the
okay with
G-man.
it because the G-man, maybe you heard of him.
Papa G.
Papa G, Papa G-O-D, and Papa G-Train. And it was like a really hard decision. And then like when I met the person I tried to lose my virginity to, he was like, no, that's too much pressure. And so that like messed me up. And like, here's what I would tell her without putting my own issues on her.
Okay.
I would not even if you feel like you can lose it to someone you're not in love with, like more power to you. It is your experience. It's your John Hughes movie. I would say lose it to someone you are comfortable with because
Yeah.
like Kelsey is saying, it sucks. Like it's
Yeah.
not going to be great. Like,
Yeah.
although
Yeah.
I don't know. I've met people who were like, it was good.
Yeah.
the
Well,
first
you
time
just said
I
it was
get-
pretty good your first time.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't actually work the first time. I couldn't really get it.
See,
okay.
that's right. Old
Yeah.
fucking
Second-
finger trap snatch
Yeah,
over here.
Yeah.
exactly.
The Lego
Christ.
pieces didn't fit.
It did
Yeah.
not fit. So I
Yeah.
had to work at it until round 2, which was a few days after.
Okay.
I had to
Yeah.
stretch it out a
Yeah.
bit.
Oh my
I
God.
can't
Yeah.
tell her whether to have sex or not, but
Yeah,
I
that's
do
a huge-
agree
yeah.
with everything that's being said here is on the same page where it's
Right.
listen, it's your decision.
Yeah.
No one, however you do it, is the right way to do
Yeah,
it.
it's your
Exactly.
life.
As long, and I do think from experience, we're all saying, if you feel comfortable with the person, it's going to be better.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, this is a guy that you know in high school, you're spending time with him. I would say to you, spend more time with him. Like,
Yeah.
dig
Like-
into this
like
last
years.
summer.
Like maybe years.
But also, this is your last summer for college. Like, you said you're going away, so there's an easy break. Spend
Yeah.
the summer together. Hang out for the spring. Don't rush it. And the best virginity sex to me is the one that you can have an honest conversation with the person afterwards.
Right.
Totally.
And you don't feel weird. So like the more you guys are friends, the better this experience is going to be. As wholesome and weird as that sounds, and maybe you're like, well, maybe he doesn't want to be friends. No, hang out. Keep blowing each other. Keep going down on him and let him go down. Let him go down.
the old horn.
I do.
But let him go down on you.
I do think there's a difference in intimacy, though, because I used to say the same thing before I lost my virginity, where I was like, "It's the same thing." Like, oh, am I really? And then I talked to my girlfriends, and they were like, "No, there's a difference." But you kind of went like, "Yeah, what is the difference?" So I don't know how
There's
you
a
feel.
dick in your mouth. That's pretty intimate. You know what I mean?
But I thought there was a difference.
Well, it's also because of the moment it's been built up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Difference.
Everyone's different.
They're both intimate. I just feel like blowing somebody is a super, super intimate thing to do.
I
think.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot from women where it's like, I won't.
It's
They're
your
like, a
mouth
lot of women
and their
will
junk.
only do it to a
it's
boyfriend.
a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't
So
know. There's a big attachment though once you lose it. There's that attachment. Like
Sure.
even if you only see the person a few times, let's say it doesn't work out, there's still that weird little attachment.
Yeah.
I'm sure I didn't have that experience, but there's always that thing.
Also, to this girl, it won't mean nothing to him. He's a high school senior. This is the biggest deal to him, even though he's already had sex with 4 girls that he says he had sex with. We
Sure.
don't know if
Right.
that's true.
Right.
We don't know if that's a real number, but at the same time.
Find out. Verify.
Yeah.
Don't lose your virginity to a liar.
I think
okay?
you
You will regret that. Trust
Yeah.
me.
That for sure.
I think the
for
only way
sure.
she should fuck this dude is if he's going down on her regularly and asking whether she likes it or not.
That's a really
And-
good. That's
Yeah.
great.
'Cause he
Yeah.
So
cares.
at least he cares. If he
Yes.
cares enough to ask how it feels,
Right.
he'll care enough to let you fall out of virginity safely. So, and I think like what she said about college, college is just a bunch of guys out on the attack mode. High school, there's the protection of the community a little bit. I know he goes to a different high school, but at least there's a lot more judgment in high school than college, and then a lot more judgment in college than there is the real world, because
And more
there's
alcohol in
more
college.
alcohol in college.
Yeah.
So like at least if you guys are going down on each other already, this is like, okay, you're over a certain hump.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's
So
a
if
good
he's
situation.
caring and going down on you, then this is a more solidified guy. Who also, I have this thing called the aunt theory. So it's like if you meet some girl or guy, and if your aunt set you up, you'd have to answer to the aunt. So like that's why a lot of times now when you meet someone on like Tinder, Bumble, whatever, you have no one in common with them. So that's why people are animals to each other.
Right.
So there's no shame in when you ghost or when you act like a dick.
That's
Yeah.
So like
interesting.
this guy, because you guys are a high school relationship, you probably have a lot of friends in common. I would hope you do. I hope you do. You're
Different schools, though.
Different schools, but maybe you were met at a party,
Introduced.
so
Yeah.
you have that.
Yeah.
So there's shame in the party judging him. So
Right.
I'm saying I'm
That's a good
trying
point.
to give you as much
Yeah.
safety nets as
Yeah.
possible, and I feel like for this guy, I'm not telling you to fuck him. I'm saying surround yourself in safety nets. Like that, I think that like this is like one of those.
There's
things.
just no right or wrong answer.
There's no right or
and
wrong
just be
answer.
safe. And if it helps you, I've definitely done this with decisions before. Make a pros and cons list. As
Sure.
nerdy and shitty as that
Yeah.
sounds, you can weigh all your options, very visual, and be like, all right, this one has more points. I'm gonna go for it, or I'm still unsure. But just have fun. I just don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
I have a great fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Oh.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
I love fuck Mary.
Okay, ready? TD Freid, my guy. I sent you this on Snapchat, and I knew this one, so this is a good one. Fuck, marry, kill. Okay, we know the game?
Yes, we know the game.
Taylor's getting annoyed. Hamburger topping style.
What?
So bacon, avocado, fried egg goes in your hamburger.
Fuck,
okay.
marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill. Bacon, and it's on you have a burger.
Easy.
Bacon, avocado, fried egg. And then he writes, this is my hardest FMK for me, but get my reaction is marry bacon, really good on several types of burgers. Fuck egg, a breakfast style egg and bacon burger is damn great. Kill avocado, even though I love avocados probably the most of the three. For the taste and health reasons, I can eat it on several other things and lose it on burgers. What
That's
say
funny.
you? What do we think?
I'd marry avocado. Obvious choice.
Marry
Oh,
avocado.
marry avocado.
As
It's
a
a
burger
staple.
type-
It's a staple.
Burger
It's
topping.
good for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Let's remember we're in California.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the
And then-
answers
Let's
are
be
gonna-
respectful.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd have to fuck the fried egg because
Fuck the fried egg.
because that's just fun. And then yeah,
Is it?
the bacon?
And
the
you're
bacon.
killing bacon off the burger.
You know what? I would have to.
That's
I
my
mean,
answer,
I
too.
love bacon, but Maybe there's always turkey
I don't
bacon.
eat red meat though.
That's your answer to, and you don't eat red meat.
Yeah,
So on a
so that
veggie
one was easy.
burger,
It's the
you
worst
put
for
like
me.
Yeah, or on like you turkey burger or something. Yeah,
Turkey
bacon's an easy kill.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck with that bacon.
Yeah.
You're fucking bacon.
I want marrying avocado, fucking bacon, and I can do without
Kill
an egg
the
on a
egg.
burger.
This
yeah.
is very LA answers.
Really?
Like the fact that avocado reigns so high here.
It is king in
It
this
is
country.
king
yeah.
here.
So satisfying. Filling.
I am marrying bacon, fucking avocado, killing egg.
Okay.
That's
like
okay.
it.
That
I'm
makes
with
sense.
you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's a burger. We don't need an egg.
It's a
on
burger.
it.
I don't need the egg thing is like a new thing. I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
like a
it's fine.
that.
Right?
But I don't need.
Love
but
the
it's like
egg
a
on
new-
a burger.
Yeah.
Always
Is
100% get it. Always.
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 See,
if it's not on there, I will add it and
Are you
pay
serious?
extra and pay extra for a fried egg.
Like we don't have an egg. They're like get a fucking.
I'll be like,
chicken.
I would like to pay extra for a
Lay
fried
an
egg.
I brought
egg,
my
yeah.
own.
I brought my-
I want Red
Love
Robin so
baggy.
bad right now.
But really, I
There's
just
no
want to
Red
marry
Robin
all that shit and put it in my mouth, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that?
Let's do another one.
One more, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do one more, and then we
Time?
should probably
Yeah,
wrap
then we
up.
should
Yeah.
wrap it
Okay.
up.
Let's I'm just going down the thing.
Okay.
Am I fucking like a guy?
Oh, yes, please.
Can yeah?
Is
I
that
say
from a lady?
That's a lady.
I
Then
like
yeah,
that.
Let's do that one.
Yeah.
That was like one email. Okay, here we go. It's good. Hi, I'm 23-year-old living in NYC, and I'm somewhat new listener as I found you from We Met at Acme podcast. Okay, cool. Another podcast I was on. Here's my issue. I go on Bumble and Hinge dates, and sometimes we'll sleep with the guy on the first date or sometimes on the second or third. I'll go on these dates and have a great time and really like the guy, but after I sleep with him, I lose interest and need to take a break from texting the guy. It's not that I stop liking them, but for a few days after sex, I need a little break between talking and seeing each other. Here's an example. I went on a first date last week, had an amazing time, we clicked, and we were laughing and planning on a second date. He ended up going home with me. The sex was good, but after we did it a couple times, I just wanted him to leave so I could go to sleep. I'm sure he thought he killed it. Yeah. He went home that night and then was texting me the next day, and I had zero interest. I think I lost interest because we already had sex, and I pushed our second date back to later in the next week because I didn't want to see him or be texting him for a few days. I do like the guys, so I don't know why I pushed them away after hooking up. How can I work on keeping interest in a guy after sleeping with them without needing a couple of days break? Thanks for the time. What do we think?
I think you got to figure out why you're doing this shit. Like I could always call myself out either I'm afraid of commitment or no, I'm really just not into this guy. I feel like I was pretty self-aware when I was dating. Like, I actually like this guy and I want to really play it safe because I don't want to make a wrong move. I think if you like somebody and you're pushing them away, you got to figure out why you're doing that. Is there abandonment issues? Have you been burned in the past? What's going on? You know,
It's not about the sex and the guy. It's about you or something
about
else
you.
going on.
You gotta
It's
know-
not the problem. It's the other problem.
I think you know when you're into somebody.
Sure.
You know, and you definitely know when you're not into somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely know that at least. Maybe the other part, maybe if you're into somebody you're not really sure, you've got to play it out. But I always know when I'm not into somebody. That's for sure.
I would suggest that maybe she tries slowing down for a few of
Yeah.
these dates
Yeah.
because if that's like your plan of attack every time is just like fucking straight out the barrel, it doesn't leave a lot of places for it to go. You're not like harvesting much.
Yeah.
You're just like flash in the pan.
Yeah.
So maybe let it build so that you feel like there is more that you would want to engage with the next day rather than just like, I just had a drink with this guy and he was inside me and now
Sure.
That's a great point. Yeah. Leave some room for like personality to shine through.
yeah,
a little
give
bit.
it a little more
right?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird to me, I guess. I maybe subconsciously like them sleeping with you so quickly, is that like a turn off?
Like
I
they
would
need
ask
you more than you
Yeah,
them
is it
type
like
of thing.
if someone's too into you right away, maybe she's like this is too easy.
I think a lot of times what we have to start being okay with in this era of meeting more people than we've ever met before. We're meeting more people than our parents ever met.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We have to be okay with throwing away some good ones. So like some people
ass.
could like be like these guys you're fucking I'm sure are fine guys, you know,
Yeah.
like, but like the idea that like she has like that it's her fault for not liking them more. Maybe they're just fine and they're not a match for you.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you haven't found the match that you're like, oh, I gotta jump this guy's bones and see him out tomorrow. Like, it sounds to me that you're just fucking fine guys. And they'll be fine for someone else. They'll be great for someone else, but that doesn't mean they're gonna be great for you. You shouldn't judge yourself so hard. You know, like,
Yeah.
I just think, like, you know, sometimes I've said a lot of people writing about, like, breaking up with someone. And I'm like, listen, you're great. I'm great. We're just not great. And,
Yeah.
and that can be,
I like that.
And that could be the case. Like, I think she's being a little hard on herself. If she's going out and fucking, good for you.
Right.
If that's what you enjoy doing. I do agree with what you're saying, like, with, like, give it some time. Maybe
just
push off
see.
the fucking
Yeah.
and see
Yeah.
and
That
be okay
changes
with
anything.
not fucking nice guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also releasing nice guys and being like,
Yeah.
not for me.
How old is she again?
23.
23.
Oh yeah.
You got time to
Oh
meet a
yeah.
lot.
It'll probably take a little while.
Whatever you're doing is fine. Like, there's
Yeah.
no one here judging you fucking, but at the same time, like, maybe you're gonna meet a lot of, like, okay dudes.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, it just
Yeah.
or guys or girls. Like, you know, like, I meet a lot of girls that I'm like, okay, I could see dating this person, but at the same time, I'm like, but maybe they're just okay and we're not the match.
Yeah, I was
Right.
just talking about this with Taylor at
Yeah.
dinner before here. I was like, yeah, I dated so many like nice, fine
Yeah.
guys, good guys. There was just no connection. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? I don't even really want to see them again
Sure.
or whatever. But yeah, I forgot you said she was 23. You have plenty of time to figure that shit
That's
out.
the
and
hardest
you'll know.
part about, like, ending something is, like, 99% of these relationships ends for no reason at all. And it's like, you want the sitcom movie, he or she cheated on me, and then the friend group goes, fuck them, and then you all burn them at the stake, and then you
Right.
go on and you have a good reason to be done with this person.
Yeah.
There's very few times that happens. It
Yeah, you're
usually
right.
goes where you're like,
Yeah.
I guess it's done.
Fine.
Yeah.
but it's just
But it's
not
not
I need better.
worth pursuing.
Dude,
Yeah.
as cheesy as it is, the whole you'll know when you know thing, I was not a fan of that ever until I
Sure.
fucking found it. And I'm like, oh shit, that was true all along.
Yeah.
Like, you really do know.
You
You really do know. It just works. It's effortless. It makes sense. There's a definite connection.
I mean,
there's
I-
like a weird warmth. I can't even explain it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was
like, hold out
kind
for
of
that.
with this girl, and we were like sex was like unbelievable, hot, like fun, and I was just like, I couldn't get myself over that next hump of like, let's see what this like is as a thing.
Yeah.
And I really kept disappointing this person because I feel bad about that because like I was like, I could only do so much, and like one part was so great, and every girl thinks like, oh, if the sex is great, then this guy's gonna want nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
that, and I just couldn't get myself to the next level of like Sunday sweats time.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it wasn't about this person. It wasn't that they weren't great. It just, I don't know what it was, you know, and you know, you start questioning yourself. You're like, well, maybe I'm just this fucked up, don't like people. Like I don't
Yeah.
have the capacity
Right.
for love. And it's like, no. Why don't you just, the best thing you can do is move on from these people and let them move on too, because then you end
Yeah.
up, maybe finding something better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ugh.
Agreed.
This
Man,
has been
this
so
was
fun.
so
Yeah, this
fun.
was-
It was a blast.
Very
Yeah.
I'm
informative.
happy to be here
Thanks
on
the
your show.
dude
Yeah.
perspective.
Plug all your socials
Yeah,
and
where can they
everything.
find
And
you?
your podcast one more time.
At Jared Freid on Instagram, J-Train Podcast every Tuesday and Friday. You Up Podcast every Wednesday afternoon with Betches at Betches on Instagram and Jordana Abraham at Jordana Abraham. She's great on it too. This was so nice. I had a really great time.
Yay.
Thank you for having me.
I'm at Kelsey Cook on Twitter, at Kelsey Cook Comedy on Instagram, and you can go to kelseycook.com for tour dates. You can also see Jared in stand-ups doing makeup
Oh yeah,
on
Yeah.
YouTube.
people love that.
It was so fun. You were
It
hilarious.
was great. I had a great time. I looked ridiculous.
He looked stunning, like because his eyelashes are so nice.
You have
And we
very
put-
nice eyelashes.
pretty face.
I get that from women all the time about my eyelash. I've had
the
women-
eyebrows.
Yeah, eyebrows. Women
Uh-huh.
ask me all the time if I do the eyelash.
Extensions or
Like,
something.
Really?
like what's the thing that you like brush? Them?
Latisse?
Like, what do you brush your eyelashes?
Mascara.
Yes. Always ask me. But for like, it's my whole life.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
they ask me,
beautiful.
I'm like, thank
Yeah.
you.
He made a very beautiful woman.
I came here for my, my soul.
Good.
Yeah.
Hope your soul was fed.
Yeah.
What day does this come out?
This will come out on Monday, the 23rd of April.
Oh, okay. I am at T-Tom Comedy on Instagram, at Taylor Tomlinson on Twitter, ttomcomedy.com for tour dates. And I know off the top of my head that in May, the first week I'm at the Pioneer Underground in Reno. And then the second week, I believe I think I'm at Comedy Works Denver downtown, which I'm so excited about. Those are the two
Yay.
I remember off the top of my head, headlining both weekends, obviously. I'm all over the place. For May and June, I'm gone every weekend. So just go to my website, ttomcomedy.com, and come to shows, because I was in DC this weekend and I met so many of you, and it was so cool.
DC is a great comedy town.
So
Yes.
And they come out.
They really do.
They're ready to party.
Good shit.
Yes.
Good shit. DelaneyFisher.com, at Delaney Fisher on, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the whole shebang. And who knows what I'm up to now. This will be after the show.
Yeah.
So,
What's
my
the show?
God. I'm filming a comedy special on Sunday.
Congratulations.
And thank you. These lovely ladies will be on the lineup too. So who knows what I'll be up to. Hopefully I'll be feeling just fine. I don't know. We'll find out.
Awesome. Well, go check out Jared on social media and his podcasts, of course. And thank you so much for joining us. You're
Thank
so
you
thank
for having
you.
me. Such a
Yeah.
blast.
My mind's playing tricks on me. Why won't it let